don't believe in goals, higher purpose, and this and all of that. But I can tell you how you can do it, because it is not very hard to find your goal, your purpose, your this, your that. So first of all, you just need to do is make a list. Make a list of all the things that you can do in 1 month. All the things, all of it. Make a list of that. When you have made a list of that, it should be around 30 to 40 things, minimum 30 things. Okay, then you can do in a month. I'm not talking about buying a supercar. If you can buy a supercar in 30 days, good for you. But if, let's just say, let me give you some examples. Like on day one, you try swimming, and on day two you do this, you do that, you do this. And what you have to do is, after that 1 day of training, of 1 day of swimming, of 1 day of playing any sport, 1 day of building any business, 1 day of just doing public speaking, 1 day of cold approaching, 1 day of gym, you need to, at the end of the day, they develop a metric out of 10, how much I loved it. Out of 10, how much? Okay, so you give yourself a score. It would be like 6, 7, 8. And at the end of the month you would have around 6 to 7 activities you love. Now, to find your goal, now you have to do those 6 to 7 activities for another month. Because you know why? Because you can be good at swimming, but you won't know it in 1 day. Okay, it will take you at least a month, and after a month you can realize that, yeah, I'm good at it, yeah, I'm not good at it. You can realize that you are better than everybody else that is training for only a month. Okay, or you are not better than everybody else, and it is just not for you. Okay, so you have to figure that out. That's how you find your goal, how you find your purpose. Now now the most important part. By the end of it, you would have, I would say, around 2 to 3 things that you love to do. Now you would be like, which one is my goal? Now you need to develop a new mindset. You are an exceptional human being. You are not bounded by one chain or one rope. You can be good at 3 things. Okay, but if you want to be world class at it, you need to train a lot in that, this and that. So if you, now you need to realize there is only 3 way from here. You do these three things that you love. Let's just say, for example, gym, swimming, and playing soccer. You do these 3 things. Now, in first case, you can just do that and continue with your life. You just do them for 1 hour each, and you continue with your life. The second one is, you select one of them. You select one of them and put your all effort in that and become world class at it, and you then compete, then you do this, then you do that. That is the case. And the third one is, figure out what is most economically beneficial for me. Because let me tell you, I don't know about you, but if I have a purpose and it is not making money, I ain't gonna pursue that. That is just true. That is just true. People can say that no, if you have a purpose, you won't find anything else. I don't know which type of people you are talking about, but in life, some people have a lot of responsibilities, and as a man, you have a lot of responsibilities from your family, your mother, your sister, your brother, your cousin, everybody else. Everybody's counting on you, and we are not in the time of medieval era that you just born into some family, and the only thing that you provide for your family is you protect themselves from somebody else, just that. Okay, and in this era there are not, this is not like your relative or the people that are important to you have a lot of people in their life. There might be exceptions, but how many son your father had? How many? The answer would be 2 or 3. And in medieval era, there used to be minimum 5, 6, 7, 10. 5 was the minimum. 5 was the minimum. In some countries, there could be exceptions, this and that. But I am saying, on a thumbs rule, on a upper surface, there was 5. 5 children, I would say. because you can't decide which gender your children are gonna be, but you can decide now, but you can't decide that in medieval era. So the thing with that is you have responsibilities. You can't be just like, yeah, I wanna pursue a purpose that will be that will make no money, but I'm gonna be happy. First of all, you're not gonna be happy because in today's world, if you don't have money, you don't have anything else. Suppose you like swimming, and now what will happen? You don't have the money, you can't participate in swimming, you can't participate in that. Okay, and now you don't have money. The thing with that is, if you are swimming in a pool, if you are swimming in a place, they will not allow you. So is your purpose really up your purpose, or is it just going to waste? Okay, so you need to first figure out how to first figure out a vehicle that can provide you with money, and after that you can do it. If your three options are not economically beneficial to you, and I'm not talking about, don't see it like only the 1% have made the money. See it like how much the average dude make in that industry, how much. It might be your purpose, I know it. You might be saying, I'm gonna be world class, why I'm looking at average dudes? But no, you have to be risk tolerant. How I can explain this to you? Listen, you have to be risk tolerated. You can't be like, yeah, 1% of person do this, I'm gonna do that. PewDiePie plays video games and make a lot of money, I can do that. Now if you see average gamers, they make good money. Okay, but do you want to live that life that just playing games? And one at that time, I know a gamer, he's a very big creator, he just built himself a, let's just say, diamond, no, gold plated handcuffs with diamond engraved in them. Just he just built himself that, not really metaphorically, because now he's around 30, and he doesn't like playing video games that much, and his style of playing video games was, he just sits there, plays it, and talks a little. But in current days, he has to talk a lot, and you can see it in his eyes. And I have known him for quite a bit, so that's why I also know about that. Because he doesn't love this now, because he likes the game that are more of not so popular. But you have to play popular games because you need views, you need money. So was this his real purpose? He can figure that out himself. But I'm gonna tell you, don't build yourself that type of thing. Okay, he can escape out of it, but it will take a lot of therapy. Not therapy in sense of you have to talk a little. He need to have a dude that knows about life more than him, and knows about social constructs more than him, that could help him build out. But it won't happen because he is living a comfortable life. Okay, so that's how you find your goal. And don't be stupid. If your goal is not economically beneficial, cut it out, do something else. Because you will feel a lot better when you are making a lot of money, you have the power, rather than you pursue your goal and you are like, here you can't even see in the screen that you are this low. Okay, see you in the next one.